Welcome back to the channel, and today I'm fitting a whole brand new interior into this Peugeot. I got this locally, it's about 20 miles away. The existing seats are rubbish, they're worn out, and this full leather interior, except the door cards, was local and cheap. And I was surprised actually how cheap. I have had to do one or two minor repairs. I'll show you that in a minute. But yeah, these things are really nice. It's quite a rare thing for a full leather interior on a Peugeot 206. They always tend to be cooking grade cars. So having a full leather interior was quite rare. I think the Peugeot 206cc, the Cabriolet, had leather interior, was more common. But yeah, it needs a little bit of work, a little bit of tidying up. But yeah, they're really nice. Let's get these fitted in. As you can see, I've already got the rear seats out, and there was some rust issues, just surface rust around here. What I am going to do is I'm going to get the wire wheel out and just try to clean all this up, and then put some zinc primer down. There's a little bit down there as well, but it's pretty easy. It's one bolt there, two bolts there, and one bolt there to take the rear seats out. It's very, very easy indeed. So yeah, and we've also got to get those two seats out. I'll show you the state of the seats. You may have already seen it if you've seen the channel. Yeah. So yeah, this is the state of the seats which are in here. They've got all sorts of issues and problems. The foam has pretty much gone on these, and yeah, they're just not in great condition. I might try and sell the whole lot off. I might try and repair this and actually tidy these up, but I'm not sure. So what we're going to do is also take these out as well. So it's again 4 bolts on each seat, plus the airbag connections and the seatbelt light connection as well on that. And it's all pretty straightforward stuff. It's quite easy to do. So yeah, let's get these seats out, and then we can then address the surface rust issues over there, and we can just work our way through. So one of the first things I've noticed is that the seat connections are different between the two seats. I should be able to do this, that shouldn't be a problem. Again, this is slightly different here, this connector here, and that connector's there, so I'm going to have to chop the cables here and splice them actually into, oh okay, that's bounced off, and splice it all in, try and use the original connectors, these ones, and take them off at this seat behind on the cables here. So yeah, the other seats don't have these, and these look like just like jumpers. So is the seat actually physically connected in? The other seat has just a simple ground cable. This actually has got 2, so I don't know what that's for. I'll probe it out. I've got my multimeter here, so yeah. So I just try and undo this, and it seems to be stuck. All the interiors out. Again, connector issues which I can solve. I'm going to take the center console out as well, and so I can hoover all around there, because I've got a funny feeling there's crap and all sorts in there. So yeah, that's where we are right now. It's going to have a hoover. I'm going to, before I do the vacuum, the hoover of the actual carpet, and I'm also going to use a wet vac just to give it a clean up. I'm also going to sort out this rust, so I don't want to throw dust everywhere after I've hoovered. So yeah, that's where we are right now. I think the next step is to sort this rust out, I think. Yeah, sort the rust out.
Don't stop. 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 Don't.
So this carpet's had a fairly good clean. Quite a lot of crap has come out of it. I'm going to let it dry. What I am going to do is put the back seats in now and get those in place, and then we'll then work on the fronts because of the connections for the airbag and for the seatbelt light. So yeah, the carpet's not too bad. There's actually only one little cigarette stain down here, or a little mark, which again I can sort that. But it's come up quite well. It doesn't smell anywhere as bad as it did when I first got this car. It smelled like an ashtray. So we'll get there. We'll get there. Let's get these back seats in, and it might start looking like a car rather than an empty box. Back seats are in, not completely bolted in, but they're in. I'm going to put the bases on, but this is one of the problems I've got, is the central seat belt doesn't want to. Oh no, there it goes. Oh, excellent. Okay, yeah, I think I might bolt that down in now. That would have been a major hassle to actually take that whole apart. So Oh yeah, I'm gonna put that into place. Yeah, cool. All night I've been actually fiddling with it, and this thing never actually came out. So yeah, all right, okay. That's a really, really good. Okay, so let's put that in place. So these seatbelt clips, I'm going to clean these up. These seatbelt latches have got a bad and corroded clip on the end, so I'm just going to put a little bit of anti-rust on there and a little bit of zinc primer, and then put that in. And I think that actually goes in there. There we go, de-rusted and rust treatment and zinc primer on them. So they'll be dry and ready to go back in the car very soon. So the seats are in. Quite comfy, they seem to go in okay. I'm still not sure that I've got the seatbelt situation right, but they all seem to lock quite nicely. Yeah, but they'll certainly pass an MOT. Oh, so the next problems are the connectors for the airbags and for the seatbelt light. So if you haven't got your seatbelt on, then it actually flashes up on the dash. Now, from memory, only the driver's seat has that extra cable. So, well, we'll see. We'll see. It's smelling a lot better in here. It really is. Gotta say, it actually smells fresh. It really does. This car is really scrubbing up nicely. It really is. So I think what I'm going to do next is I'm going to put the central column back in, because once I've got the seats in, then that's going to be a pain in the arse to do. So yeah, so central column next on the agenda. Definitely a bit more upmarket. They're quite comfy as well. That is a lot better. This is coming up really nicely. So and Dastardly and Muttley are being very good and not coming out. They've been told not to come out and they're sitting there. Yeah. Trouble is, if I talk to them right now, they'll come out. So the central column's all in, everything all seems to be fine. What's that? Oh yeah, that's the remains of the light for the cigarette lighter, because there was like a glowing light around it. I just taped it up. That's fine. Oh, we're getting there. I'll tell you one thing, it's hard work in this heat. It's about 25 degrees, 26 degrees. Late, what's it, mid-90s, something like that, in old money. Yep, I'm loving these seats. I'm loving these seats. These are pretty comfy. Hopefully the front seats will be just as good. Let's think about the connections for these and how I'm going to do that. I think I am going to bring the soldering iron out and solder them up rather than use push connectors and stuff like that. On the original driver's seat, you've got this connector which has got the blue and the brown, which is for the airbag system, and then you've got a green and yellow, which is an earth point, which actually goes to the switch on the seatbelt, which then tells the dash that you haven't got your seatbelt on, and flashes the light and does things. So it's actually quite straightforward. What I'm going to do is I'm going to cut back here to give myself plenty of length on the cables, and then I'm going to reuse this connector. Now the problem I've got is also the connector sort of fell apart, so I need to double check that I can actually put this thing back together again. This should be okay. This isn't a one way. I can actually return this back in and do things. Now one of the issues we've got is that's the connectors on the new leather seat, and that's the connections for the airbag, the two connections, which would be the blue or the brown, and then you've got the earthing point here, so that connects in to the seatbelt switch. So yeah, so what I've got to do is basically cut into this and have a look at the cables. It should be fine. It should be fine. I've noticed that orange cable there looks very similar to the orange cable there. So hopefully when I cut into this, I should be able to get the blue and the brown cables out of that, and then attach the existing connector. So it's not that difficult. Not that difficult. Yep, there's the blue and the brown cables. So this is not going to be difficult. So there's the cables, the blue and the brown. Let's snip that, try to give myself a bit more length on. So that's all the old cables. So I've just chopped off this, and let's strip this back. Really. Cool, so we've now got the cables there. Let me just move that like that. Cables there, and then I can now start thinking about putting them together. So I just want to put a little bit of heat shrink over each cable. Yeah, I'll put that one on there. Just so I don't damage my floor, I've got that metal on there. Come on. Yep, that's there we go. So that's the brown on brown. Then, so that's done. And then the final step is to run some tape around it. And we're done. And we're done. So, yes, I do need this, which has got this just placeholder thing, whatever it is, for the other connector. So I'm just going to put that in place. So I can now put that back into the seat. There we go. That's one seat ready. So that's one seat ready to go in. I just need to fix that the issue with that, which is fine. I'll do that right now. So I'm just waiting for that little red clip to glue together. I think that's ready to go in.
A CD, which seems to be an introduction to the system. A pretty chunky manual. I don't think I've ever had a thicker manual for a smaller device than this.
Well, that looks a lot better, doesn't it? It's definitely made the car look a lot better. It's definitely better than those old ratty seats. That side seems to be a little stiff, going back and forwards. This one seems to be absolutely fine. Right, let's connect the battery back up again and see whether we get an airbag light. Okay, let's plug them in for the first time and see what happens. One. Ooh. One. Ooh. Oh. We have no airbag lights. Oh, that's really good. They work. Oh, thank God for that. Well, I'm very hot and sweaty. It's a very warm day today. The seats have turned out amazingly well. I am going to get that bolster fixed and get it done properly. But this little car is really starting to come together. It really is. It's driving well. It needs new tyres and it needs new front suspension. The springs and dampers are quite old, but it's 150 quid for the pair, so it's quite cheap. So yeah, we're nearly there with this car. The roof is probably the next big thing to do, but the interior is all sorted. It's really nice and it smells way better. So thanks for watching. Please like, share, subscribe, and I'll see you on the next video.